Okay. I'd like to call the meeting of the Proctor Public Utilities of March 8th, 2021 to order. Roll call, Shar?
Carol Lind.
Here.
Phil Larson.
Here.
Jennifer Peterson.
Here.
Okay, I need approval of the agenda, and I do want to add 6B, the free food giveaway for March 16th.
I'll move approval of the agenda as amended.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
I need approval of the minutes of the meeting of February 8th, 2021.
I'll move to approve the minutes.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And approval of payrolls ending January 31st and February 14th.
I'll move the payroll.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We don't have anybody extra here, so we'll go to old business. Our water maintenance contractor update.
We've been, knocking wood, lucky with water breaks. We did have one recently. It was in a customer's house. Pat got a call out on a Sunday that there was water coming out of their basement. So he had to go shut off the curb stop and change out the meter because that burst. There was a pipe or something burst in there. Yeah. So we've been having more of that, the frozen water lines inside the house, like right around where the meter, right around where the water comes into the building. Typically, it's not, either it's kind of drafty
Was it in a closet or something?
No.
It was a freeze and break underneath the house.
I thought he said that you were there, or maybe you had called him or something.
I'm the one that reported it.
Yeah,
and I had trouble with the protocol or whatever, I got his numbers, so I seen the water coming down Highway 2 and accumulating on 5th Street there, that intersection where we just replaced that hydrant last year. I couldn't tell where it was coming from. It was coming from Highway 2, but it was icing up. The traffic was going there, and it was spraying. That water was getting into the highway. So I called Pat. I couldn't tell where it was coming from, and then, I don't know if I was supposed to, who is this?
That's a first call.
What's your procedure,
good-
here? So I called him, and he usually answers when I call.
Yep.
And I said, there's a water leak. He said, well, should I come up? I said, I can't tell where it's coming from, Pat. It's accumulating around that hydrant there and stuff. And, well, then he found it. It's that house that's for sale up on the south side of 6th Street.
Is it that little green one?
Yeah.
Is it vacant?
Yes. And I seen Mike Drake today, he's a plumber. He's looking at the house for his kid that day. And he run into Pat up there, and he's a plumber. He said Pat said he was underneath the building trying to figure out what was wrong.
And it's a crawl space there?
Yeah.
And they found the leak?
Yeah, they shut the shut the water off then. And
I wonder how long
No,
it was.
it's good if you see something, call.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where our emergency calls go right to him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, because I called him too when we lost water, I called Pat. And he was just getting his clothes on when I contacted him. And
yeah.
I think I was the second one to call him. The guy that bought my old house was his first one, Mike, I forget his last name, Anderson, I think it is. But he was the first call. Yeah. And then things lit up.
Yep. They sure did.
Okay, then we have 3A, report of office. Pat's meter reading?
Yep, kind of tied into that, same thing. We did end up having to order a new laptop. The one that we have, especially going into the new upgrade, is too old. And so I think we already had that planned for. I don't know if we discussed it within the budget, but we do always put something in the computers and stuff for upgrading our computers, so We had to order a new laptop for that. And with that laptop, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so that if somebody else needed it, like let's say the billing clerk or whoever, that puck would be able to have, it would have all of our stuff in there so we could have a good connection on something that's updated if somebody had to work remotely. So
Okay.
I have the one that I have, but that's all we have, so.
Right.
And Shar, I just really wanted to compliment you and Pat on the recent outages, the water stuff with the water tower, and then the recent like electric
Thank
outage.
you.
You guys have done an awesome job, and communicating on Facebook and all of that is really, you did a great job.
I appreciate that, thank you. 'Cause-
That's huge. That says, because a lot of people look at that.
Yeah.
The citizens of Proctor
Yeah, the
Facebook.
Facebook, and you see how many times it's shared, and now that I have access to it, because in the beginning I was scrambling trying to get a hold of somebody from the city.
Yeah.
And Sally was trying to set me up so that I could post my own things on there, but it wasn't working, the link wasn't working or something, but we finally got that fixed. So, that I can be more timely on, I mean, it was within minutes by the time we got it posted,
Yeah.
but it was still having to reach out to somebody else instead of being able to do it myself.
Yeah.
Poor
So,
Pat probably had like 13,000 voicemail messages.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
No, you guys
Yeah.
did an awesome job.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I will pass that on to Pat, in fact, I did, and, yeah, and you had mentioned that.
Yeah, that was good. We have 3B, MMUA capital letter. It's mostly informational. And then the NIMPA update, I guess, we'll just wait and see what happens.
Yes. We've got another meeting coming up here. Oh, I thought I had that in there.
No,
I
didn't
thought I
see it.
included that part in there, but we have another meeting coming up next week. Why did I miss that? But we have another meeting coming up next week, and I will have more information on where we're moving forward with that.
Shar, are you feeling good about how that process is going so far? Just as far, like, that, like, our voice is heard in the right way, or that we're comfortable with how it's all going?
Yes, yes. We've got some really good, like I said, I really value being able to be in that municipal group because we have some really strong voices in there and knowledgeable. I learn a lot from them all the time. So their biggest goal is that we move forward as a group and that we're not picked apart. And so that's our biggest thing. And we've always tried to maintain that, to stay together as the municipal, so that we can negotiate together. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I feel like even though we do have the bigger municipal, or the bigger public utilities in there, that they're still reaching out and asking our opinions and so forth and including us. So it's
good.
great to have that contact.
And we have 3D, the booster pump station. And this is going out to bid on bid opening is March 18th. Looks like it's going to be a Zoom meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just want to say that I feel many times that we have such a nice mix of skills and expertise on this commission, but it was so helpful to have you, Phil, when the steel question came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, really appreciated
I mean,
your
building,
expertise on that one.
well, building material, I know for a fact, has just gone skyrocketing. Lumber across the board has gone up 10 to 15%. All building materials, siding, decking, everything is going up 10, 15% February and March. And I know steel has really gone up.
And SEH has reached out to the two manufacturers that we have just to see about where we'd be able to cut costs and so forth with that.
Yeah.
So,
It was nice they were proactive on that.
yeah,
That was
and just
really-
informing us.
Yeah.
Letting us know. But like Phil had said, we've got to rely on them to make recommendations for us.
Right,
So.
right.
And they recommended steel, right?
Yeah, they did, and I think it comes down to cost, of course, but labor, with the ductile iron versus welded pipe, you know, it's so much easier to fit and weld rather than cut
And it would
and
last
bolt and-
longer.
Pardon?
It would last longer.
Yeah,
And we've got to look at that too, so I think we made a good decision.
yeah.
Then we have financial statements, MP February power bills, Superior Water and Light, and MP February maintenance bills, and the income statement and new investment option. Um, So if we have any questions on that, I said, we had a little tack on our bill. They forgot to bill something?
Yeah, I think, I shouldn't say I think, we had one meter that wasn't working that they had to replace.
Oh,
So that was an estimate for that meter. Yeah, you can tell that February was the coldest month of the year this year instead of
Yeah.
January.
Yeah,
And then with those rate increases too, that made a difference. Had a lot of streetlights out, if you noticed, the Minnesota Power maintenance bill. A lot of streetlights we've been working on. I think I've sent over like
did you
a
get
couple
one?
dozen.
Did you get one on Third Avenue?
Oh my gosh, I had so many all over. Third and what?
12. Up by Jen.
Yeah, I think that one was on there. Let me make sure, but,
I see Sixth Street, Third Avenue, but I don't see,
but they didn't complete them all yet, I don't think.
okay. Well,
Yeah, because this only had a couple days, and she's like, well, they gotta come back when I talked to her last, so
and now it's
that's
getting
not.
nice. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do it when it's 40 below.
Yeah, and I noticed the one right out here at the end of Pionk and Highway 2, or First Street Highway 2, that one I had on the list, and that still isn't fixed.
Can you write that one down and check on it?
Yep, I put 12th and 3rd,
Okay.
12th Street, 3rd Avenue.
yeah. The good thing is when they replace them with LEDs and.
They are, aren't
they're a
they?
lot
Yeah,
cheaper.
they are, but they've
Yeah.
had some with the LEDs that they're having issues with, that they're
Okay.
going back on inventory and having to turn those into the manufacturer. I guess there's some
Oh, really?
that they should be lasting longer than they are, so. And I think we might have had a few of those that they're turning in.
Okay.
And then that whole mess that we had over by the Methodist Church, over by Forbes there, where they got to fixing that. I remember last year they had a fire over there, and we did a whole bunch of brush or whole tree trimming and so forth.
Right.
And now they had refused some cutouts
Oh, good.
and just did some work over there to make it a lot better and a little more reliable over there.
That's good. You know, they want to change some of our deposits.
And this one, so.
But it says here, since there are no significant cash needs for projects in the next 9 months.
Right, and I called, I don't know if you got the email that I forwarded on, but in that email, I had mentioned to Leslie that, remember, we do have $750,000 for the booster station that we're taking out of savings. So, they've got us on, they're only allowing so many municipals to be able to invest in this. There's a limited amount, so they've got us on the list for that, if that's something we want to look at. It's not starting until April. So,
I really appreciate this because this caught my eye in the budget review that our investments are just,
tanking.
yeah, not,
Yeah.
our money
Minimal.
No
wasn't
interest.
doing anything.
Yeah, right.
So I really
right.
appreciate,
Yeah.
looking for new options to make our money work a little bit harder for us. And this cash balance chart is really helpful. That's really nice.
Yes.
It's alarming.
Yeah.
It's really alarming when you look at what it dropped.
But you also have to look at, I think that was before we had all of our costs in for the end of the year, which included our tree trimming. That was like 70, 80,000 or whatever. That's why it dropped there. We had that large bill at the
Okay.
end of the year. So that makes more sense.
No, I mean our investments.
Yeah, I guess in December 2019, it was also a pretty big drop. I imagine similar reason, like paying end of year stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have our due froms that I think
Yeah.
to clean those out. So if it's, if we want to move forward, I can let her know that if we want to.
So
Just keeping in
nothing
mind
about
that-
how much of a better rate? What, she don't mention that.
Yeah, she didn't say that in here, no.
But the 4M fund, I think it gets next to nothing. It's like a savings account.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was like.
And you
what
look
did
at the
say?
stock market, it's been so robust.
right.
Well, yeah, but we're kind of restricted.
Right, we're limited on, we got to be conservative, but this will help.
Yeah.
So do we want to go ahead with that even with the booster station? I mean, we'd be fine.
She
I
recommends
would-
us,
I would
she
hope
recommends
so.
us 1.5. And
Yeah,
that would,
right.
we wouldn't need all of this, hopefully.
No.
Do we need I'll entertain a motion.
I think so, I think we should.
I'll make a motion to follow the finance director's recommendation to invest 1.5 million from the PUC fund into the new LTD fund. Is that motion okay, Carol?
I'll support.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Any other questions on the budget or anything? Or January's income statement?
Shara, I was thinking of you when I was watching the Texas stuff and all the boil water notices that they had to send out. And I was very thankful our water tower issue
Didn't require that,
didn't
right?
didn't go there, yeah.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Have we got the due from?
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Okay.
I think they usually figure that out after our audit, and that audit is coming up on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, The auditors are coming on Monday.
Are you coming back then?
I'll be in and out
Okay,
with whatever they need.
okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get as much stuff done and sent to them before they come.
Oh,
I'm
that's
still
good.
working on that, along with billing.
I know
got
that's a
billing.
lot of work. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work to get that together.
We started. I've given them given Leslie some of the things to pass on to them. So I still got a list to chip at.
Any other questions on the January income statement?
No.
We'll go to approval of the bills. You want to review the bills?
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary there. But if we can include that bill, that additional one that I forwarded you today from SEH, because I don't know if you guys got the email, but
Yeah,
I got their January bill the day after our meeting, and
Okay.
I just got their February bill today. So I'd like to get on track, stay on track here with them.
so we add that from
Yeah, if we could add that
SEH.
in there, it's $7.59 is this new one that I just got today. Add it to their current invoice that's already in the packet. I gave you a copy of that.
Okay.
And then also the Minnesota Power and Superior Water Line Maintenance, if we can add that to the bills list that we just got today.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills with those bills that are not on the list included.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And now we're down to labor and negotiation issues, and we did go through our process for the billing clerk and did interviews, and we think we have a really good person who would fit into our office. Everybody seems to like her personality, and she's got all the qualifications.
And her skill sets. Just to give you an idea, she was, with all the total scores, she was nearly 20 points above the second.
Wow.
So, like I said, we had a clear standout there.
That's wonderful.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good deal. Good
Yeah.
deal.
So you haven't offered the job yet? Or have
No,
you?
not until we approve it tonight. Then,
Okay.
once we
So-
approve her hiring
Did
of
she-
Tammy Arnold, we can say her name now, of Tammy Arnold for the billing clerk position, then we can,
Did she say when she's available to start?
30 days, she's got to give her employer, that was part of her contract, is a
Yeah.
30-day notice.
Okay.
So,
She did make mention that she could start earlier, maybe off-site or, do
Yes.
some training or in her application, I see.
yes.
Well, that's so exciting.
And one of the, just a go-getter. We just really liked her. And one of the things that really struck out to us is when we asked if she had any questions of us, was what can I learn before I get there? And we said, hey, we've got this new software. This is what we have now. And she's like, I'm going to research that.
Wow.
Yeah, she was
So-
very proactive.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's really exciting.
yeah. And she's looking forward to, she already had plans to move here, so this fits in perfect with
Where
her.
is she now?
She's located in
Green Bay.
Wisconsin.
Is
Yes.
it Green Bay?
Yeah,
Central
about 45
Wisconsin.
miles north, I think, or something like that
Yeah.
of Green Bay, or,
Oh,
Yeah, central Wisconsin, kind of.
yeah. On
But she
Conto
was
or-
so bubbly and so, everybody just kind of hit it off. And you want someone who's gonna
Fit
fit
in.
in.
yeah.
And we had some
And
really great
willingness,
candidates.
Just willingness to cross-train, and, every question we asked, it was like, here we
Wow.
are.
So,
So what is the plan? Will she start in the office or remotely, or how are you thinking about that?
She'll start in the office. I think with, everything we've got going on here with the auditors and stuff coming, and it's gonna be really hard to do any kind of off-site training or
Yeah.
anything right now. I think if she comes in on April 8th, that'll be a good time, or shortly thereafter. It's gonna be right around billing, so it'll be the start of everything. So we'll start fresh from the bills go out, we're taking payments, and so that'll be good. I'm hoping to have my first shot here soon, before then, and be back in the office, so. yeah,
Oh,
looking
that's
forward to
wonderful.
that. Yeah.
So I need a motion, or I'll make the motion to hire Tammy Arnold as our next billing clerk.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, that is wonderful news.
Okay,
Yeah.
but before we adjourn, I do want to go back to 6B here. I put it on the agenda and then I didn't get to it. But this is that food giveaway, and it's on March 16th at 10 a.m. here. And
Available for anybody.
It
can
is,
come.
I guess it's available.
Not
for-
here, but it's at the.
Where is it?
It's over at the
hockey
arena.
rink.
Oh, it's at the hockey
rink.
arena.
At the hockey arena for anybody in the, I would think, the Proctor area. It doesn't specifically say, but it's.
And if
it's
anybody
available.
wants to go help pass out, they can? Is that what you're saying?
I think
too?
that's what they're looking for,
Yeah.
and maybe it's just, I don't know, staffing or commissioners or,
Well, I sent you a quick email. I think
I
have
did get-
Can I come late?
I think so. Just never, I didn't hear back from her or get a chance to touch
Let
base
me know
with
if that's
her on
okay
that.
if you talk to her, because
I
I
think so. I
can
think-
come at like, I think 10:30, 10:45, if that won't be too late.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna go that quick. I don't know how much they're bringing in or any of that. But it's a really nice thing, because I hear about these food boxes all the time, and we've never had any in our area, so.
Yeah.
I think this will be helpful, especially for those that don't qualify
Yeah.
for the food shelf,
Right, right. So
And
my-
again, when was that, Carol?
It's March 16th, starting at 10 a.m.
At the arena.
But wouldn't you think people would be there earlier to pack stuff, or how is that working? Do we know any more
I
about
think so.
this?
I think if we show interest, they may reach out and give us more information. I'm
Oh,
hoping
okay.
Jess will have more information. She just got it today, so
Oh,
she
okay.
probably doesn't know everything quite yet either.
Well, if you find out anything.
Well, I'll pass it on.
Email us.
Yeah,
So,
Okay.
yeah, is there a sign-up list or,
I think we're just letting
We don't
Jess
know
know.
yet.
oh, okay.
Maybe just let all of us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll forward it on to all of you again.
Be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Thank you for bringing that up, Shar.
Yeah, thanks, Shar.
Okay, and I just need a motion to adjourn.
We didn't have
Pay the
anything
bills?
for the backside of the bills next
Oh,
month?
that
we-
didn't come in here.
We didn't this time. I
Oh.
wasn't sure, I wanted to ask you about that, if we wanted to look at welcoming Tammy Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Or if we wanted to look at something else, we're not ready to put that on there yet. But the bills won't go out for a couple days yet, so
Well,
if
she
you
may
guys are okay.
not, she may not see it if we put it in maybe that should go to the next month.
Yeah, and if so, if we want to hold off a month and do that, Sally had already put in, she already came up with an idea to put like all of special numbers, all the special numbers in there, like Minnesota Energy, what was the other thing? The gas Minnesota Energy, the cable company, just some important businesses, utilities, and so forth that people might not have at their fingertips. And
Oh, okay.
Are there any spring type reminders that would be helpful for us to put out? Like, I don't
not
know.
for the utilities, but she did put that in there. So she gave me a proof today. I should have
The
brought
spring
that.
cleanup they have, the citywide cleanup.
They're looking at that.
Yeah.
Yep. And she also put a reminder in there about the winter parking is in effect
that's
until
what I
April
was just
1st. Gosh, what else did she have in there? Yeah, she had a
The-
really, really good
The brush
informative.
pickup would be another one that they
Yep.
do every year.
Yeah, it was really good. So if we didn't want to put that in there, she's already got something ready to go. I should have brought that. She just sent that to me today also. But,
Okay,
so you want to hold off on, we'll announce Tammy next month in
I
the next
think
billing?
I would
Okay.
think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
She's not
That'd be
here,
my
she can't
gut.
see it.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe I'll have her come then to the next meeting.
Yeah, you should. That'd be
Okay.
wonderful.
That'd be great.
And she'll be moving to this area, I'm sure, if she hasn't already. I'm sure she hasn't, she's still working.
Nope,
Her da-
she's working on it.
She's planning on moving in with her daughter first, and her daughter lives here,
Oh,
Oh,
so.
nice.
Yeah. Why are these lights so crazy?
I thought it was me.
No, it's these lights. It's kind
Thought-
We're just,
Strobe
we're
lights
just
or something, I
paranoid
don't
being
know.
on the public utility.
Okay, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn the meeting.
All support?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.